Well, hello, church family. I wanted to send you a quick video about something that Janice and I have put together as a result, to some degree, of our recent members meeting. So, this past members meeting, in case you weren't there, towards the very end, we had a really good discussion that was initiated by Charlie Hartsfield asking the question, how can we help others know in the community, particularly Barling, but also just throughout Fort Smith, know more about our church and what's going on here. Um, Charlie was asking the question in light of wanting to be thoughtful and strategic of how we can help people see what the Lord's doing in and through our ministry, and to participate in the joy and excitement of what He's doing in our midst, in our fellowship. So one thing that we've been thinking about for quite some time is how can we put resources in people's hands to tell them more about our church and tell them more about the Lord. Of course, there's a variety of means in which you can do that. You can always just tell people to get on the internet, look at our website, copy and paste it, send it to them. You can certainly, send them the church podcast. We had some good discussion amongst ourselves. Michael Lohorn, Edwin, my wife, and others were just talking about the reality that most people today, when they're looking for a church, generally speaking, they're going to visit a church primarily from looking on the website, listening to a sermon podcast, and or being invited by someone. Every once in a while, we certainly do have the stranger off the street, I saw the church sign, that sort of thing. But what we've been thinking through, I've been thinking about this for a while, different tools or resources you can give people to other than just simply sharing with them where our church is and inviting them is, of course, you can use this little info card that we've had in the church for probably 2 or 3 years now. Real simple, logo on the front, and then information on the back. Make sure you just grab a few. I keep mine in my wallet in my truck, so I have them handy. Also, we have gospel tracts. So if you're sharing the gospel with someone, we have those at the front desk and sometimes at different places throughout the church building. Goes through what is the gospel. Might be helpful to read it first, and then you can even sit down and guide someone through the gospel of Jesus. Last week, I gave the man that was working on our garage at the house a gospel tract and our church card and handed it to him just like this. But another tool that we just came up with that we thought that could be another step in the right direction, and because knowing that we all meet people of all different stripes of their spiritual walks, we meet people that are not a Christian and they need to hear the gospel. We meet people that profess to be a Christian, but we're really not sure they are, and they're kind of, I don't know, reluctant to even go to a church on a Sunday. We meet people that are Christians and who are at a church, but maybe they're not really growing there. Maybe they're in a healthy church. Maybe they're in the middle of visiting other churches and they don't know where to go and where to start. And then others are very interested in maybe checking out Ccbc, but they kind of want to hear what we're about first. Well, this is a prototype. It's a larger index card. This is going to be in a thicker piece of paper soon, cardstock most likely. We're going to print these out. And when you flip it over, we've got 4 QR codes. So QR codes, for those who are not tech savvy, use your iPhone, put your camera app or another scanning app, scan it on the QR code, and you will see that it links it to different things. So the first one, say you're meeting someone who's not a Christian, and you say, hey, I don't have a lot of time to talk. We talked a little bit about Jesus, but if you'd like to hear the gospel presented, here is a gospel presentation. And you scan to learn the gospel of Jesus Christ. It basically links to me sharing the gospel in a YouTube video. And then, okay, let's say they are a Christian. Let's go over here to the next arrow is learn to scan to learn why you should join a local church. So here's a video of me talking about the importance of being a member of a church. And then if they're interested in checking us out at Ccbc, arrow goes down, scan to learn more about Ccbc. And this goes to our focus and future video that we put together maybe a year or two ago. That kind of walks through our entire church in kind of a video format. And then this one's our church podcast. Arrow links to scan to check out more on the church podcast. So friends, I think this card is going to be a super useful tool because you can use this as mass handouts. You can put it with gifts you give people. You can put it in people's doorways. If you want to get bold, put it in the windshield. Just obviously don't be rude or a nuisance. But if you're having a gospel conversation, a spiritual conversation, or talking to someone who's don't really know what to do, where to go, well, we have everything about our church here: phone number, email, the whole kit and caboodle, and then some QR codes that they can check out, and then something to take with them that's bigger than the index card. Might be harder to lose, but not so big that it's like an entire book or something. So, anyway, those are three tools that you can use to tell people about Jesus, get them thinking more about spiritual things, the local church, as well as inviting others to CCBC and giving them a resource that directs them to specific things about our ministry. So, hope these are useful. Pick up 5 to 10 for yourself, put it in your purse, your wallet, your car, in your Bible, and have them ready to pass out to people whenever you want. God bless.